Welcome to Expressions. I'm your host, Zoe Olivia, guide to the growth-minded truth seeker, leader of full life transformations, and a voice for peace, wellness, abundance, and soul-based, truth-based self-love. This show is for out-of-the-box thinkers, and every episode is designed to call you forward into your greatness, your self-acceptance, and your higher purpose, as well as supporting you in your awakening journey. May you feel energized, expanded, inspired, safe, and free. Thank you for joining me. Let's go. Hello, Expressions family. As always, I am so excited, lit up to be back sharing with you as I do, and to have you here, to have you listening, to have you be a part of this family means a lot to me. I am so excited today. It's beautiful in my life how I've watched myself feel new things and simultaneously, right? So I could tell you right now, I feel super excited and really calm at the same exact time, and it's fucking awesome. And I want this for you because it's really, really beautiful. So I am called to talk to you. First, I want to talk to you about some of the things I have going on, and then from there, I'll see where inspiration leads me, and it's most likely going to lead me into some version of being seen. That's where I would love to take this conversation today. Before I do, I have some amazing things going on in my business and my company for my clients, and I also am called to bring you even more clarity about what I do. If you're interested and resonant with me and want to explore, or you're even just curious about current ways, current channels, current pathways I have for us to work together, this I want to presence right now at the beginning of the episode to put it all here in one place. I think it will make a tremendous amount of sense and give you a tremendous amount of clarity and excitement and joy. And you can hear in my voice how fucking excited and lit up I am about absolutely everything that I offer to the range of clients that I am blessed to serve. So I want to start with that. I want to also be clear that whenever it is that you're listening to this is my current offer suite for December 2023, and this will likely, some version of at least the one-on-ones will be valid for the next, for quarter one, so the first 3 months of the year. I will have fluctuating group offers, and then another thing you'll hear will also be consistent and will also stay. Just keep that in mind as you're listening to this, when you're listening, and you'll always have access to, on my social media, my current offerings, and you can always also directly message me on Instagram at the TheZoeOlivia. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk to you. I'm friendly, I'm fun, I'm silly, and it's an honor to get to know you. So to start out with the things that I am offering, I have, the way that I explain my offerings is in two groups. I have one-on-one offerings and I have group offerings. So when it's one-on-one, I call that, everything that we're about to talk about, I call it a container, right? So the container, how I hold the space, and it's a whole energetic professional relationship. And so I do it in a group container, a group offer, a group program, or a one-on-one container. That's the nature of how it's going to be set up and how the energy is contained. I put a lot of love and care and thought and prayer into all of the things that I offer, and I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I just wanted to have it first be shared that I have both one-on-one and group options. I'm going to start with the group ones first, and then segue into the one-on-ones. The one-on-one conversation will be a shorter one, because people, when it's time to be in their one-on-one journey with me, they know. So if you're listening to this and you know. And if you're listening to this and you're curious, you're curious. If you're listening and you have no interest, it's totally cool. I love you in all ways, always. So starting first with my group offers, okay? Launching, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. I'm so excited about this one. Before I tell you what I'm launching, I want to tell you a bit about what just ended. So, what just ended live, right? If you listen to my other podcast episodes, I talk about the Money Club. So, the Money Club came as an inspiration. I didn't know what the hell it was. It was just like, this is what's going to be birthed from you now. It's called the Money Club. It's green. Like, it's all about confidence, empowerment, how to shift your relationship with money into one of abundance, quantum manifestations, opening up to receiving. And the things that people, like being in that resonance, being in the energy, not only was it fucking beautiful to, and I also did the journey with everyone. So to be in it, to facilitate it, to guide it, to hold it, and to see and observe the beauty that took place over those 4 weeks. People, like I mentioned, they manifested, and it's like, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you a little bit more. Like, yes, they manifested tremendous amounts of money, tremendous amounts of opportunities, depending, because I have people in all different industries, or they were in that container. Like physical, tangible wealth, job opportunities, familial opportunities, relational opportunities, like people meeting their dream partner. People, there was a story I posted on my Instagram story, like everybody was getting these like it became a joke because people would have like manifest luxury vacations, except for one person, like it wasn't coming through for her. And then she was like, okay, you know what, I'm sick of this, I'm gonna manifest something. And she manifested a fucking invitation to the White House. And like, just like, what, like the things that were going on in that space was so cool. Like it was so magical. And the structure of that one and the way that it was set up was, it was 4 weeks, and we met once a week, Wednesday mornings EST, Eastern Standard Time. So for right now, that's the time zone that I'm operating in for offers like that the Money Club, and everything I'm talking about is what I consider to be an accelerator. So if you ever hear with me talking about my offerings, an accelerator is like a short form, and by short form, like 4 to 8 week kind of a container with quantum leaps. So I'm talking quantum breakthroughs, clarity, direction, physical manifestations in every single way imaginable. That's my accelerator suite, and that's for groups. So Money Club, they just graduated, and what is being birthed after that and what's coming through, like in conclusion of that, is this second installation in my accelerator suite, which I call Momentum. And it arrived to me very much the same way that Money Club did, intuitively through a vision. And that's how I know it's going to be fucking like atmospheric, stratospheric, out of this world good. And like, I don't even use that word good. It's like, it's just fucking juicy, delicious, mind-bending fucking beauty. Like you can hear, and like this, I love this. This is the resonance of like what goes into building the things that I offer. It's not just like, here, let's get together and talk. Like, even though that would be cool too, and there's no heat on that. Like, I put so much soul. Like, these things literally are transmitted from my soul to you, and you can hear that, and I'm so excited about it. So the newest accelerator, group accelerator, which I call my manifestation accelerator, is called Momentum. That one's launching January 3rd, 4 weeks long. It is going to be on quantuming your manifesting power, specifically as it relates to health, vitality, energy. And I don't mean this is a doctor, like I'm a doctor and now any of that. This means we're going to get you moving your energy, accessing, igniting new levels of energy for your manifestation, and not only fucking igniting it, but sustaining it, right? That's part of my own journey, what I teach, what I love, and I'm super fucking lit up to be sharing that through Momentum. Momentum is going to have 2 tiers to it, right? So I did this with Money Club. It was a fucking hit, and I'm bringing it back for Momentum. I have general admission seats and I have VIP seats. So for general admission, you get access to the container. We meet once a week on Zoom, live and recorded. You'll have access to those throughout the duration and for 1 or 2 weeks after the replays. Very much motivate you, inspire you to be in the room at the time. You will, if you've ever been in a class of mine, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you haven't, I totally invite you. It's magical. it's magical. And if there's times that I've had people in different time zones, international, and they watch the recording, you still get the same resonance from the recording. I just want you to be there because it just hits, man. It just hits. So that's going to take place Wednesdays, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. EST. The weekly classes that we have for 4 weeks, in addition to those deep dives that we're going to do, teaching you the foundational principles of manifestation, what it actually is, what it is not, energy, where energy vitality comes into play, how to feel more energetic and not just for, a day or two and then you get tired, but sustainable levels of energy and clarity and focus and momentum, dare I say, right? So that one is going to be fucking epic. And for my general admission seats, you guys also get access for, like, literally, I did Money Club one time only, and I'm huge on one time only offers because I know also the value of my own energy, my own time. So take this up while this is hot, right? My general admission seats will get they'll get several things, right? So you'll get access to the container, you get access to the community chat, which I moderate. So you'll definitely be in resonance with the group in that, like, higher, like, just quantum manifestation realm. I post a lot of, like, transmissions, inspiration through there, and that's where you'll have access to the community, to the assignments. You will also get, I think I said this, I, like, blacked out, I don't know if I actually said this, but you're also going to get a 30-minute one-on-one session with me. I don't know if I said that yet, but you're going to have my time to absolutely give you every ounce of me to get you where you want to go. Zoe, what the hell is manifestation? Why are the things that I want to manifest not coming through? Anything and everything that you could want in that 30-minute just one-on-one, you and I, giving you that extra space within that container. That is my general admission offer for Momentum. That goes to $495 USD. That's the price point for that. That's the investment for that. I teach, and I have been teaching in Money Club, that everything you invest in, whether it's just financial or not, has a return. So imagine the kind of fucking returns that you're going to see from a container like this. So general admission is $495. VIP, which was such a fucking hit with Money Club, and I'm going all in on my VIP. I always do, like, just in anything that I'll go all in on anyone, and I absolutely love what I've crafted for my VIP offering for Momentum. You get everything that I said in the general admission seats, except you're also, instead of that 30-minute session, you're getting 2 1-hour sessions, one-on-one with me. This will not continue. Take this while it's hot. This is not here to stay, this kind of a structure. You're also going to get, which is, I think this was literally unanimously every single person's favorite part about Money Club, with every single person that was in the Money Club, which is an Accelerator program, right? Just like Momentum, I offered a protocol. So, if you were to go to the doctor and he gives you antibiotics and he's like, here's your 10-day antibiotic protocol, I wrote for every single person in Money Club, based on what they were going through, a unique one of one Money Club protocol of what you have to do to completely shift your relationship with money. So that is exactly what I'm going to do for my VIPs in Momentum in relation to energy and to quantuming your manifestations. So that VIP offering, you guys are also going to get Lux intro calls. So those I run for 10 minutes for everyone. So that's just me and you connecting, talking, me welcoming you in, getting us very clear on a direction, what you want to get out of this container. You're going to feel all the love, and that comes as well with both of the packages. So by the time it's launched, I'm sure there's going to be more things that I'm going to include, because I'm very obsessed with, like, spoiling my people and over-serving, over-delivering. And so this is just, and this for me is on fire. This is hot. This is glitter gold Mariah Carey offer. So if you're interested, I'm going to link that in the show notes. Sign up. Sign up. If it resonates with you, if it's calling to you, I would love to have you, and I'm excited to announce Momentum in this official way. It's, like, so surreal for me. Oh my God. Oh, it's going to be fucking beautiful. So yeah, that's Momentum. General admission $495, VIP $695, bringing you greater clarity, momentum, energy, manifestation, superpowers, and doing it in a group of people who, we really hold a fucking sacred space. If I have anything to do with it, it's going to be a very powerful and very safe and very playful, fun, and educational space to explore yourself, to get breakthroughs. And I'm sure you can hear in my voice and my energy how honored and excited I am to hold that space. So I blessed the hell out of Money Club. I brought in Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, and I have, some interdimensional friends in the works to guide and bless these containers, which I always do with the highest love. So know that you're in very good hands if you decide to be in that container. And I'm kind of called to just like kind of leave it at that because I have something else. Oof, do I want to talk about it? I kind of like, do I tell you guys real time? You're hearing my back and forth right now. I'll give you a sneak preview of what's also launching. My very first community. So what I wanted to create for the longest time was something sustainable, right? So consistent, where you're getting deeper access to me. I know you guys know my energy through the podcast, through my socials, maybe meeting me or whatever, coming to a class. And I wanted to have a new container that is consistent. So that was birthed literally at the same time as Momentum. It came through me as it does. It's like, here's what you're going to create. It's my very first community membership, and it's called Align. It's called the Align membership. I want to say, like, I did not choose that word. It chose me. It arrived to me. I chose it, and it also arrived. So it's very sacred to me. I learned a long ago to flow with the inspiration that comes to me, especially when it comes to me as a knowing, right? Like Money Club was a knowing. My conscious virtual masterclasses, everyone that I teach, Manifest, that was a knowing. Liberate, that was a knowing. Like they come from a knowing. It's not like, what are the top 50 like manifestation coaches teaching on? That has never been me, and you can hear that in my energy. That's not how we do things over here. No tea, no shade. That's just how I do it. Is it just arrives, and I'm like, all right, cool. This is what's coming through. So Align and Momentum. Align is a 12-month community, and I want to be clear on this. And if you're listening to this and there's questions you have or unclarity and you want to clear things up, definitely let me know. I'm open to that. What Align is, what my intention is for Align is to give you a consistent space of safe support with direction, right? So everything I'm infusing in Align, from my perspective, is coming from higher love, higher truth, understanding that, and the way that I intend to relay that to you is, since the container is 12 months, it will be, each month will have a different theme. Like every month is going to have a different theme. I already know it came through January, or the first month that I launch it is going to be energy. That I already know. So what is energy? How can we optimize our energy? How can we live in that? So every month you're going to have a different theme. That's like your North Star for when you're in the community and as you're living your life independent of the community, because it's actually my lowest touch point offer. You won't really have that much one-on-one access like you would have in a group or being a one-on-one client. You will have very, very deliberate access to me in a teacher facilitator role that's guiding you to deepen your relationship with yourself and quantum speed love your life. So through these 12 months, what's going to happen is, like I said before, every month is a different theme based in magic, based in manifestation, based in truth, based in love. So the first one is energy. And how that's going to work is that theme will serve as the foundation for the entire month. And you're going to be in a group. I'm playing with what app. I'm feeling Signal. I know people have done this on Telegram, and it's kind of like a WhatsApp situation, but it's going to be like a community hub, and it's not a community hub where everyone's going to be like sharing and putting their opinions. Love those. I have partaken in those. It's just not what this one is. This one is a very like direct, you'll be in this community to, yes, you can meet the people and network and stuff aside from why you're there, which is to hear the transmissions that are coming through and to apply them to your life. So 3 times a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you're going to get a transmission from me in relation to energy for month 1, right? It'll correspond to the theme, how it comes through, and then at the end of the transmission, I give you an action item. So what to take into your day. This whole idea birthed from Money Club, because true story, there was a week in Money Club that I wasn't feeling well energetically and I had to rest. and it kind of delayed the process in Money Club. I don't really necessarily believe in delays, but it extended the time that we had together, and it allowed me to step into this new role of giving everyone daily transmissions. And the way that it fucking quantumed for people to have that, like, okay, here's the transmission that's coming through, here's what I have to do today. And it gave people clarity, direction. It actually perfectly aligned with what they were living in that moment, everyone, right? And we know that everybody has a different perspective because we're all unique snowflakes. So what I'm living is distinct from what you're living, right? And the way that it resonated with absolutely fucking everyone, and it was one of their favorite parts. So I'm called to just do that. That is going to be for my Align members. In addition to having access to that, so that clarity, that direction, those action items, you will have, I don't like the word secret, but it's just like it's this new level access of these transmissions that don't necessarily come through the podcast. The podcast is an amazing place. It's also my free offering. So this has like a new level of Zoe spoiling you and magic and mystery and luxury infused into Align. In all my offerings, starting with Align and in Momentum as well, you're definitely going to feel that resonance being in that container. And also that comes both with Align and Momentum. You get members only rates to my one-on-one suite. So if you ever are like, okay, I'm curious, so can we open a conversation to potentially working together and what that would look like for me? You will have a rate that somebody who meets me on the street does not have by being in either the Align membership or the Momentum container. The Align membership is just $99 a month, which for me lit me up when that, because then the prices come to me too, just like the words. When that price came to me, it made so much fucking sense, because it's literally like one nice meal out or something that you would have depending on like how you live your life, or one experience, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the kind of facilitator that will absolutely remind you that you get to have it all, right? So if you're like, okay, $99, that's like one, fancy meal or one adventure doing this, I'm going to look you dead in the eye and be like, you're going to have both when you get in this container. So coming at it when you decide to invest in Align from that attitude of like, this investment is going to multiply for you. You're not ever, listen to me, whoever the fuck you are, whether you invest with me or not, you're never giving anything up ever. Not on my fucking watch. You have it all, okay? So that's what I want you to hear when you consider stepping into any of my containers. Align is something that I'm also really excited to navigate and to facilitate and to lead with. So those are the two hot and sexy and beautiful and vibrant things I have going on in January. So yes, I am excited for those offerings. I am excited to have you there, to meet you there, to see you in all of your glory there. And I will say for Momentum, I'm going to put it in the show notes. For Align, yeah, maybe I'll put it in the show notes too. I'm having an idea right now live as I'm recording this of how I want to present that to you, because that's been the new fascinating part of my journey. I call myself, and I've said this on the podcast a couple of times, like it's this interdimensional translator. So sometimes the words with the ideas, they're like still catching up. And so I really deeply, genuinely want to make sense to you and want to be clear. So if there's something that, I'm saying that doesn't necessarily make sense, definitely let me know. And in addition to those magical group offers, I really do kind of like want to put a pin in that. And if you're interested in exploring one-on-one opportunities with me, I have several packages as well. I have accelerators, so I have, if you want to make quick changes, I have consistent, deep, lasting, full, fucking magical, I'm talking magical, you're a whole new person packages that are more consistent, that are longer durations, and those are my highest touch offers. So you'll get a lot of time with me in this beautiful space of alchemy and creation that we get to have together. So those are my mini suite and my magic offers, and I'm not going to spend as much time on those. I may in the future, but that's more like, if that resonates with you, we will find each other, So keep that in mind. If you're resonant with those offers, you can also reach out to me and be like, wait, can I hear a little bit more? I'm curious. What does that even entail? I'm not someone who's going to pressure you, because in general with me, and this is a cool place to take this conversation, the clients I work with, like, I'm not a mentor that's like anybody on the street, like, here's what I offer. You want to be in? Give me your money. You're in now. It's like, it's not necessarily at this stage of my life how I do business. I have a very, you know, I have energetic boundaries. My client is in a very specific state of curiosity and also ownership, which is this word that's like, and this is actually a perfect place to take this conversation if you're listening and considering being a client. And then I'll tell you, you know, kind of how we resonate together is like, my client is usually the person who knows that there's more, knows that there's answers and there's insights, and they're like, it feels out of their grasp. It's not. Spoiler alert, it's not out of your grasp. It just feels like that. So that's usually how they find me. They're hungry, they're curious, they're truth seekers. They're like, why am I repeating shit? Or like, why am I still in this level? Why is this transition hard? Why does this not make sense? Or they just like have heard me talk and they're like, make this make sense. Like, what's your opinion on fucking war? And like, they'll just bring like an open-hearted curiosity to it. My clients are also very ownership based. So my clients are not the people who come to me and they're like, well, this person did this, my mom did this, my dad did this, my boyfriend did this, my boss did this. My clients are not blamers. The difference between that is they may still be doing it, right? So you may, if you're listening to this, be like, well, you know, my boss did do this shitty thing, or, you know, my dad did do this shitty thing. And you're open to a new perspective on that. You're open to taking the responsibility, not because we ever are going to tolerate like fucking mistreatment or abuse or whatever, but you're just kind of open to hearing a new perspective. And the people who are not open to it, right, who are dedicated to continuing to blame, are never the right fit for me as a facilitator. So keeping that in mind, that's where I'm at right now in client matches. And I don't know why I took on this serious tone. Serious tone is coming through me right now. And also, I guess this will actually spark it up, because when it's time for me to work with someone, the client and I both know, right? We both know because it's fucking golden glitter. I don't know why Mariah Carey keeps coming up. I said this in Money Club. Like, it's just this I don't know if she ever did a music video where everything was glittering or if I made that up in my head, but it's like the visual that I use to describe how it feels when it's like I'm in resonance with my client. We're both like, we're both all in because it's both of us, right? It's a mutual decision. We both decide. I go very full out for my clients. Very full out. I take this very seriously. I have like little cards with their name on it and like what they want to build. They're like angels to me. I mean, everybody's an angel, but you know, I take it very seriously. So it's a golden, glittery, exciting, inspiring energy of, we just know, you know, and it's really beautiful, and it's exciting, and you'll hear me be giggly about it and fun. And I'm also like, you can hear the seriousness in my tone because it's so fucking sacred to me, to have this be my life and to be trusted by you, and it's an honor. It really is an honor. So that's where I am right now, 2023, and I'm excited to see how my tone, feeling, state, offers evolve as the time goes on. There's such beauty coming through my life in every way in my own manifestations. So many stories that I could tell you guys. Like, man, that's kind of what I wanted to lead to in the, you know, to share a little bit and to give you some more value, right? To sum up what we already talked about is talk to you about the group offer suite, right? We have starting January of 24, Align membership and Momentum Manifestation Accelerator. The first being a year at $99, the second being 4 weeks at $495, and $695 for the full Luxe VIP experience. That's again the last time for Momentum, and we'll talk about Align, but that's the last time for Momentum. It's going to be at that price point with those offerings, point blank period. I'm always raising things, and that's the last time. So if this is something that's calling to you, this price point is this price point for now. It was less for Money Club, and so it's definitely going to continue to go up. And then I have my one-on-one offer suite, Mini Plus, Magic, and a new one that's launching next year, depending on the amount of time that you want to work together. I also want to wrap up this conversation about my offer suite by telling you, if you've listened this far in this episode and you're kind of like, whether it's overwhelmed or it didn't make sense or it did make sense and you're excited and you're inspired and you're just like, I don't know which one is the right fit. Like, it's so common for me for a client to be like, here's what I want. Like, which one of those offers is that? And like that, I will help guide you through, because it's very much depending on what resonates with you and what you really want. And maybe it's also very common that people will dip their toe in several offers at the same time. So it's my best interest is what you want for you always. And I believe that any facilitator that's worth investing financially in is going to lead you back to your own heart. That's what matters to me. In alignment, right? In alignment, which your heart is always in alignment. But when it comes to, a lot of people talk about your desires and your higher self, making sure that all of that is in your highest good and in consideration of others. So that is said. I also don't know if I mentioned that if you join Momentum, you get the first month of Align for free. That's coming through. And then you'll be billed the $99 the second month that you're in Align. So there's so much beauty in this, so much bonuses that are coming your way. I feel complete wrapping up the conversation on my offer suite, and I want to transition into a new just moment to share with you about being seen. And so over the past weekend, I was in this beautiful group container in Arizona about expanding. Shout out Light Beings for this incredible experience. And this container was all about increasing your capacity emotionally, physically, things that you never thought you could do or feel or allow yourself to do or feel. And the way that it opened me and softened me with so much love. And I consider myself somebody who's relatively well versed in the things, right? Emotions and manifestation and consciousness and what to do and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it relatively, I would say. And I also simultaneously am always going to be fucking learning forever. Don't get it twisted. Like, I am in this for life. I'm always learning, always growing. The version of me that's recording this is not the version of me that's going to be living tomorrow, literally. So, one of the things that kind of came through that experience was the power of being seen as all of me, right? And things that came up, and I've talked on here, my relationship with my own sadness and how I shamed the versions of me who felt so sad and just wanted to cry and really cry, just let it all out. And it has been a journey for me personally to allow that, from when I got off antidepressants and that being a decision, because I'm like, oh, I realize that I'm on antidepressants so I don't feel my fucking sadness. And so it's just stagnant inside me. So I'm going to get off this so I can allow myself to feel. And the terror of that, because I'm like, I've never actually allowed myself to feel it. I don't know what it's going to feel like. What if it hurts? What if I die? Literally, I don't know. And making that conscious decision, that was the beginning. I mean, it's been seeded for a while into okay, now I'm tapping into my sadness. Now I'm being with my sadness. Now I'm open to feeling more sadness, experiencing the depth of my sadness. What I lived over the past week and in that container, that group container, was allowing myself to be seen in that sadness, which for me was such a breakthrough, to have this moment of beautiful release through crying and sobs and just letting it all out, and to be witnessed in it and to be safe in that is something I had never experienced in my entire life. It was so beautiful, and I'm still holding it in reverence, and so much reverence, honestly. You don't know, or at least I didn't know, as I was living it, how it was going to ripple and what it was going to cause as a result of it. And within myself, there's been so much space now that is freed up, and I feel so liberated, and I feel more confident within myself, and in relation to others, I feel more authentic. I feel more connected to my heart. So I say all of this to really say that wherever you are in your journey is exactly where you're supposed to be, right? We're in an infinite starting point of okay, and now who will I be? And now who will I be? And where you are right now is perfect. And just keep going, man. I also told that story to tell you, all this stuff that I'm teaching and living is so fucking real. And I say this to anyone who has ever had doubts, or they're this magic stuff is it's not logical or pragmatic or scientific, or it's a scam or whatever. I've personally believed in all of those stories. I've had all of those narratives myself. So I know it, right? I get it. I get you. And it's also fucking real. Like, and I'm here walking it, living it to remind you every single fucking day. It's so real. It is so real. My life, like, let my life be the testimonial for that. Let the energy you hear from me be the testimonial for that. It's an honor. It is an honor to be doing this. That was the first thing I wanted to share. And there's another story that wants to come through me, which happened yesterday, because I'm very familiar with the way that I show up professionally, like, you know, when I'm doing admin or designing programs and just like in a work day for me, right? And I've shifted it, and the way I live is a little bit dynamic, like as a mentor, and how I have a business. Like, I went from, you know, different types of like working and blah 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 to pretty much having a system for myself. And yesterday I was working, and I'm like, okay, I have these 5 things to do today. Here's the time block. Here's the 5 things. I sit down to do the things, and all of a sudden I just started feeling this wave of rage. Like, just, and I know what I'm fucking doing. Like, it's not like what's like, oh, it's just a hard task and I'm like frustrated because I don't know what to do. It's like, I know what I'm fucking doing. Where's this wave of rage coming from? And I remember getting up, and I was talking to my mom, and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck is this? Like, I feel so angry right now. I'm screaming, and I'm just like giving voice to it, because I think that's the beauty of anger. And I could talk also about my journey with anger, but you let it out, not in relation to another person, not like fuck you energy, but you let the energy of anger within you move out. So ideally it's between you and you. There's not another person involved in your anger. So I was releasing it, and what kind of came through was this voice of one of my inner children, my silly voice, my playful inner child who just wants to play. And she comes through hot through the rage, and she's like, this is boring, fuck this, I don't want to do this. And she was mad at me. She's like, you have all this amazing, and she didn't say amazing because she was really mad. She's like, you have all this work stuff coming up. Where's the play? Where's the fucking play? Where's the play? Where's the silly? We just did a granny brunch, which I don't know if I've talked about that on the podcast, but that would be an interesting, where like you just start to open this new silly side of yourself. Where's the play? Where's the silly? Where's the fun? This is boring and I hate this. Like, literally, she had that kind of energy. And then I just started laughing. Like, I broke through, and I posted about it on my Instagram story. I was like, I literally have reached a stage of my embodiment where my life has to be silly, or else my inner child won't let me work. Like, she's like, we're here to be silly. We're here to fucking be silly geese. So from that, I kind of posted on my IG of like, let's start a silly crew, and like, we're just going to fucking do silly stuff. Like, whether we do granny brunches or like just like funny ideas for things that we're all going to do together, because play and silliness and fun, like, we have to let that version of ourselves out, man. That's it. Like, I've been serious for 30 fucking years. I know how to be serious. There's definitely a time and a place to be serious. Wah, wah, wah. Like, okay, I was serious the whole fucking beginning of this episode. You know, like, let's also have fun and play and let that part of us out and shine, because it's so much fun. And that, at least for me, is such a pathway, like fucking quantum conduit of inspiration and light. So I invite you also, if you're listening to this, to start to play into your playful, funny, silly side. Like, what accents do you have up your sleeve? Like, who are you when you're a silly goose? Can you be a silly goose in front of other people? Huh? Can you be playful? Yes? Right? Okay. So that's actually like something that I could do further episodes on, the conversation of silliness. I know I touched on at least 3 different themes here within this one episode, and I want to hear from you guys. What do you like? As always, take a screenshot if you're listening to this. Send it to me. Post it on your story. Tag me. I'd love to see that you're watching. Send it to a friend. Send it to somebody who, you know, maybe could use this in some way, right? So I'm here for you. I am humbly in service. I am very grateful for the capacity I've been given to be myself, and to allow myself, to give myself permission to be myself, and to do that professionally, and to guide people to do that also for themselves. So I'm sending you so much love today and always, and I'll talk to you soon. Expressions family.